guys, it's good to see you again. It feels like forever since I've seen you guys, even though it's been a week. But I still miss you. Anyway, today I want to talk about a book because I like talking about books. And I read this really good one, and it's called Every Day by David Levithan, which I don't know if you can see, but it's on my Nook, which I love. So I originally found out about this book through John Green, and he was doing like a Kiva live stream, and someone asked him what his favorite book was at the time, and he said this book. So I was like, well, I read the Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight when he recommended it, and that ended up being awesome. And I was looking for something to read, so I figured put my faith in John Green because I love it. It turned out being really good. Basically, what it's about is it's this being, I guess would be the best way to describe him, because he's not really person in the typical sense, but okay, his name is A, and its name is A, and every day we're just gonna call it a he for all intents and purposes, because otherwise it gets confusing. Okay, so there's A, and he is this being that every day he wakes up in a different body, and pretty much at least the first part of the book is just like setting up, being all kinds of different bodies. It's really cool the way that David Levithan does this, because it's all written in present tense, which is weird, and I had to get used to it at first, but it's really good. And pretty much he's like goes into the body of like these drug addicts or these manic depressives and all this stuff, and being a psychology major, that part is the most interesting. Is like being able to personally experience all these things while still being an outsider but still being an insider. It's just like, whoa. And I really like that part of the book. He ends up being in this guy, Justin, and this guy, Justin, has a girlfriend named Ryan, but A ends up like falling for her, and given his situation of waking up in a different body every day, it gets pretty complicated because, well, for one, Ryan never really knows like who he is, and he doesn't really even know what he is. He just has been doing this since the beginning of his existence. The one caveat I have to this book is that you never really find out what A is. Like, it hints that there's more like him, but it never really goes into whether he's like a demon, which is what some people who find out about him think he is, or what. But there's hints that there's more, but at the same time I don't feel like there could be a sequel, so it's like we'll never really find out what's going on, and it's really interesting and I would love to know, but I don't think there's going to be, and that makes me sad. And I was just at the book, I was like, how do you do it? But overall, the actual experience of reading this book was really good. It's so well written. I love when I come across a young adult book that is this well written, to the point that I think that any adult could read it and enjoy it just as much. So I really can't say enough good things about Every Day. I loved A, and I also hated him at some points. It makes me frustrated, and I finished this book like 3 weeks ago, and I'm still thinking about it. It's like, it's just one of those books that kind of stays with you, and you just want everyone to read it, and that's why I'm making this video now, because even though I'm not the best person at explaining this book, because it's something that you have to experience. It's not something that someone can just explain to you. But it's just really, really good. And so yeah, I think you should check it out so that my babbling maybe would make more sense. And hopefully I will see you guys soon. Bye!